Tips that will make you more consistent in Monster Hunter combat. Actively move your camera towards the monster. This is obvious, but here are things that will make you more consistent in doing this. When your camera aligns with the monster, you become more consistent in responding to attacks. This is due to your directional orientation being perpendicular to the monster. Rather than using purely movement to dodge, you use your camera while your movement is constantly on one direction. An example is Valstrak's wing slide attack. Before, I dodged this attack exclusively by moving, which resulted in inconsistent results. After I used the camera to move, I became more consistent dodging it. So again, move your camera actively. Don't just simply move your camera so the monster is in your screen. Move it even while in attacking or dodging animation. Know what to prioritize with your camera. Watch the difference between these two clips. See how much clearer the first one is? Some players tend to tunnel vision into the monster's weak spot if they recognize the attack. This makes positioning much less clear, which makes it much less consistent to respond. The monster changes position based on attack, not based on where their weak spots are. Of course, this tip depends on your preference. If your spatial awareness is good, then just focus on positioning for the weak spot. If your spatial awareness is bad for that day, then make sure you use your camera for vision. Ultimately, a balanced focus is the most idealistic. Consistent positioning relies on your movement, camera alignment, and vision, while consistent dodging is more on movement, action, and spatial awareness. Learning through different means, there are things that you can simply learn by putting hours in the game. This is what you call hands-on experience. Most players will be very good in games that they put hundreds of hours in. But there are specific attacks which you cannot simply get used to through hands-on experience. In this case, it would be better to watch a replay of the specific attack since you can repeatedly watch it. An example is this attack from Violet Mizutsune. Watching a replay let me focus for a more efficient positioning. If I just learned this through hunting or hands-on experience, it would have taken me more time to learn. Instead, I was able to learn it in a few minutes. TLDR, most of the time, just rely on hands-on experience. But when you cannot fully understand the attack, watch a replay. Watch out for walls. Monster attacks slide against the wall. This makes some lingering hitboxes impossible to dodge. So make sure you move so that you won't be next to the walls. Of course, this is unavoidable sometimes. When this happens, focus more on dodging attacks rather than DPS. The longer you're next to a wall, the more inconsistent the monster attacks are, which makes it worse for your DPS. This tip comes along with the camera tips we have said before. After a few hunts, you will move naturally with this. End of the video, like and subscribe.